All right, a little video here about banks. So this is a match I played not that long ago here against one of our top players in the league, and it's a money match, $80 in the middle, not much because I wasn't, he's one of our higher players, and I wasn't confident I was going to beat him, but so we just played for that, and I did. It was kind of funny because I said, well, you wanted to play no early 10 balls, and I'm usually fine with that, but I thought, I might need the early 10, so. He actually, first game, made an early 10. I left him. I tried to play it safe and didn't get there and left him an early 10. So he kicked me in the butt, which I knew it would. So actually the score is 3-1. I did get one game prior to this. But this is all about banks, and it should be called Banks with Purpose. It's probably going to name the video because I'm really good at banks, but I don't take them unless I have to. I had a really easy bank last night on an 8-ball I could have took. And I'm like, no, the cut's there. I mean, it's like, take the cut if it's there. So this is the very first one here. And this really got me back in the match. It gave me confidence. The safe is there. But I'll tell you, I try to look for two ways as much as I can, especially 8-ball, because I've gotten just kicked in the butt playing a really good safe. And all of a sudden they get a hit and they slop a ball in or something, not maybe 10-ball because you can't, but 9-ball, and it's like, no, I'm going. I'm going to stay on the table here. So I'm looking at this. It's an easy one-rail side and easier safe, actually, but, I want to stay on the table. So I'm looking at that, and I look, and I turn to the right here pretty soon, and I look at it to take it down to the corner because I'm like, if I can get that behind that 8, if I miss it, and there I'm looking now, and I think I call it right after this. I'm looking where the cue ball has to be. Yep, I called it. So where's the cue ball have to be here in case I miss this? And I said I executed very well. Really gave me confidence to move on in this match because John was shooting really good at this point. So you can see it was a tough cue ball. I had to kind of punch it, a light punch, and control it. And I missed that. I can leave a long rail kick on it, and not a high percentage shot. I make it, guess what? I'm out. So I do finish this here to show you, that I think there's one of them I don't finish because I didn't get out on it. So it's like, but I like to show you the reason I took it is to get out. And most of these banks I'm showing, there's a couple offensive. Sometimes you got to look and say it's there, and you take it. If it's on a money ball, you might have to. A lot of times you can play safe and. The end of this video here, John plays just a really great safe to win the match. Prior to me playing which was hopefully going to be a safe. I was going more safe on it, but you'll see that towards the end. And I do make quite a few banks in this match. I think probably 7 or 8 banks probably. In this video alone, I think I have the 5 or 6 in here. I think 2 in one game. Maybe 2 in 2 games, I don't know. The next one I think is right off the break, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what order I put these in. I think I put them in the order that they went. The score is now 3-2. Yep, so I did update it here. Actually, I think the score is 3-3 here, if I'm not mistaken. This is very important. And it could be 4-3. I think if I win, I might win this and I go 4-4. Like I said, the score is really screwed up, but I show you John's first shot just to show you what I have. So he had a tough cut on the 5. He missed that. So he leaves me this, and this is not easy shape. I had to just roll it off that end rail in between the 6 and the 8 there. And, with the right speed, I'm sitting really good. But it was critical. I really looked at this and said, it's really the only thing I could do. I couldn't come behind it. The 9-ball was huge. It was really the only place I'm kind of going in my line there if I do that. But speed was really critical, so I don't get it. And so the next shot is really the reason for the video here. And it was a more of a safety bank. Definitely, 80% safety on it coming up. So you can see here, it just keeps rolling on me a little too much. So fortunately, I was able to hit the 6, but and I probably could have cut that and made it. I think there was a scratch possibility there. I'm losing control of the cue ball. So I'm definitely want to play safe here. But again, I was looking at the 2. I did call it, if you see. I call my shots. I mean, if they go, I see people, good players that don't call, and then all of a sudden it goes in, and then, nope, sorry, not 10 ball, you don't get to play again. So I do call it. My main purpose here is get behind the 8 ball. So I put a lot of right English low on this, and if you can see where the 6 ball went, it kicked straight back to the left, actually, because that's how much English I had on it. So John kind of thought it was a little lucky. No, it was 100% planned. I planned on getting behind that 8 ball. It was a bank safe. And I think I finish out the outcome here. I don't know if I win this. I'm not sure if I do or not. But I do like to show the outcome of these to show that it worked. You know, I mean, that's the reason. But some of these, if I don't show the outcome, it didn't work. It doesn't work all the time. But like I said, I want to show the outcome. So I'm pretty sure I finished this out. And like I said, all these are bank shots that I've had throughout the match. Like I said, I took quite a few. Not because I'm good at banks and I like banks. There was a reason. You know, I'm not taking a bank unless there's a reason. And I'll play safe. Yep, so he did scratch there. And I do get out on this. I think I should finish it just to show you here, because that's nice too. You want to, you know, see the outcome of that. So that gave me ball in hand with that safe, bank safe. This is why I love rotation, because it gives you so many different shots. A lot of people, I hate 9 ball, I hate 10 ball, I just love 8 ball. And while you start playing the different disciplines, and you're gonna come up with shots that will work in 8 ball. A lot of these banks that I do can be easier in bank ball, and you can just play them for a safe rather than a 2-way. Like I said, I play 2-ways and 2-way shape on 8 ball all the time. I learned that from my boyfriend. That's old school, you know, when you didn't have BCA rules, ball in hand rules, and you kind of had to play that way. So it just makes sense. And there's certain shots that, yeah, you got to play 100% safe. You know, if I can roll up on a ball, that's definitely, I have a video from last year that I 3-fouled a guy in state, and that's rare to do that. But it was there, and I actually didn't get tight on the last shot where I could have 3-fouled him. I didn't get tight, and I thought there's still that chance he could get a kick, but he didn't, and I got the 3 fouls. So, you know, yeah, safe play is very important in rotation. So I definitely keep that in mind. But if I can play, you know, offense, defense, same time, I'm definitely going for it. So as you can see, I do get out on this. And I think the next game, the score is updated. It does go in order here. So I think might be 5-4. Sandoz got up on me here. Well, let's see what it is. Yeah, it should be coming up here pretty soon here, the next one. Yep, 5-4. So, this is right off the break. This is one of my favorite shots. I love playing these in rotation. One thing about banks, you know, that you know, the pro, or if you take lessons, they're going to say, you know, don't put any English on a bank if you don't have to. That is very crucial. Unless you know what it's doing. I love to put spin on the ball, and it's usually because of a 2-way. And this is a great example here. If you see where the angle I hit this, I'm putting a lot of right English on this. Now, I do hit it wrong. I do put a little low on this, so I come up and I think I hit the 9 ball. If I would have just played middle, I think it would have came up. So my object is to make the 1 and get the cue ball between the 8 and the 2 here. And so I got a shot on the 2, and I don't leave him. Hopefully, if I hit it with the right speed, the 1 will, if it misses, it will stay on the end rail. So I leave him a bank or something. But I'm still playing for shape on the 2 here. So I make it, and I get the 2. And I continue this on because there's another bank in here. And so I got the 2 here, and I kind of get out. I really couldn't get shape on that 3. I'm just trying to get the cue ball kind of away from the 10. I wasn't trying to, I think I ended up hitting the other balls or maybe the 10. But I wanted to get the cue ball kind of center table, you know, 3, you know, maybe to the right, kind of where it is now. And so I hit the 10, yep. So I end up really good on the 3. And, you know, I can cut that 3 in. But it, you know, I don't know if I can hold it. The 10's probably, and if I try to hold it, the 10 might get in the game. But the bank, this is an offensive bank here now. This is 100% offense. You know, Andy will tell me there's no easy banks, and there isn't. But this is one of the easiest ones. You get a 9 ball that's going to, if you hit a 2, too full, it will go off the 9. If you hit it too thin and you hit it off the side rail, it's going to go off the 9. Or you can just hit it perfect, which I think I do. And it's just a stop shot. You're not doing anything special here. Don't try to drop back. I mean, that's not going to help you. You don't need to go forward on it. Just stop it right there and take the cut on the 4. And that's exactly what I do. I think that's all I get then after this. I don't think I finished this because yep. So you can see 100% offense shot on that. Sometimes you got to do that. If I missed it, probably would have sold out the rack. Yeah, I mean, but it was there. So this one, I played really stupidly. I cut the 4, but I was hoping, so I don't even finish it. So we move on. That was a really quick shot on the 2 ball just to show you what I had. It was right after the break, I think. I made the 1 ball. I made a really nice shot on the 1. I should have included that in there too. But again, this is another offensive break. I could have drew it back a little here and played kind of a 2-way, but I was just stopping it and just taking another cut on the 4 here. And that was it. And I think, this is 6-6. So here's where this next, not this shot, I make this one here, and I get kind of screwed. I think it hits the side point. I would have came out really nice if I did, but that was my own fault. I think I hit it a little more center than just a little top on this. I think I hit more center. Otherwise, I would have came out really nice for that 6 ball, because the 6 ball is the next ball. And but it does show I do play a bank safe. I should have looked at it more, because I think there was more of a better 2-way. But you'll see soon what I have here. So I did plop that one in, which made it easier if I don't get on this. So I look at this, and I wish I would have looked at it more, because I did look at it at first. I'm just going to bank this and just roll forward, maybe behind the 9, at the right speed. But I was playing more safe. I wanted to get the cue ball behind the 8 or next to the 8, and then get the 6, maybe still try and make it, but I was more safe on this than anything. And so I do almost get really good on this. I almost got right. If I would have hit more into the 8 full, I would have got 100% safe, I think. So I did leave him just an edge of it, but actually a little more. He plays just a great shot here. He plays kind of you could say a bank safe here, you could say, but he's not trying to bank it or nothing. He's just trying to hit it. But he played a really nice shot here. I think his goal was just to get the cue ball on the rail, hopefully behind the 10. But, was his goal. That's just 100% plus if he can, and he does. So at first he was thought he could maybe mass save, because he could see more than what I thought. But he picked the right shot here, and it was really, really nice. And again, this is what I've won a lot of matches playing safe on, 1 or 2 balls before the money ball, and it wins you games. And it won him this match, because he gets on the hill after this, and then he runs out the next rack. So he definitely won the match. But this is really nice. And like I said, if I just would have got behind that 8 a little better. So I do get a hit on it. And as with banking, my kicks, I'm usually pretty confident on my kicks. This one had a little different angle on it. I probably should have looked at this better, because my goal was to play this 2-rail, long rail, short rail, and then come behind, kind of a kick and stick. And I played it. I didn't put enough English on. I had to put just a little left on this just to get it more. And yep, it cost me the game here. But like I said, his safe that really paid off, paid dividends for him. So, but you'll see here, I think I scratch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So hit the wrong side. I wanted to come behind it, so I was quite off, because like I said, I wanted to come behind it. But that won him the game. He ran out after that, and it was a fun game, fun match. Just $80 in the medal, and like I said, John's a pretty good player, so I wasn't expecting to kick his butt. But thanks for watching.